Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Time Machine as we are back in the year 2003 for Race 3 of the 3-Wide TV 2003 Cup Series at the rolling green hills of Watkins Glen. I am your lead announcer, James Watson, as always with my broadcast partner, Zach Imel, and our producer to the stars, Carlos Acosta. First of all, Zach, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready for tonight's race. It's going to be a good one. I'd say it's the first road course of the season. We'll see how it goes. These, I'd say Watkins Glen is one of those ones where anything can happen, especially coming up to that kink towards the top of that long right-hander at the top of the hill. But James, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. Looking forward to this one for much the same reasons that you are. This is going to be a heck of a show, and going to be interesting to get our first look at how these new Gen 4s are going to be able to take to turning right.
Yeah, I'd say we've been seeing them turn left all the time. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we're turning right, but not of their own volition.
I'd say, I wonder how many drivers are going to get caught up by a right-hand turn coming around this track.
We see qualifications are already starting. I tell you, if there's any track where qualified woes, we see already big sideways from Tate Lytle on the exit of the S's. I tell you, Zach, if there's any track that qualifying is going to be important, it's this one, because passing at a road course, it ain't easy.
Absolutely, I'd say, especially in these cars, we saw how hard it was to pass. Tate Lytle goes sideways.
Oh, no! Oh, into the Armco. Oh, that is disastrous for Tate Lytle.
I'd say that's not the start he was looking for on that first go around there. We'll see if he can get a better run coming through here. Man.
Yeah, this is gonna put him at a massive disadvantage. To me, with these cars, it always kind of felt like the second lap was the better lap because it helps get your tires up to temp just that little bit, which might give you some grip. But then again, the tires might be pretty overheated on that second lap, so just getting one more lap at it that potentially might help them. We'll see.
absolutely. We'll have to wait and see here, though, but it's going to hurt him, especially since he's used up a lap already. So it's only going to have one shot, and I don't know if the car is going to be warm enough or the tire is going to be hot enough to be able to string a good lap together here. So we're going to have to wait and see.
You see Ethan Stanley to the top of the charts. That's honestly not a surprise at all whatsoever. But I do believe, Carlos, there's some EOLs for tonight. Is that correct?
I believe from looking at some chat the other day, that is correct. I think 2 guys are getting EOLs. I don't, off the top of my head, know who though. I think Stanley, but I can't be fully sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let me do a little bit of digging on that, and I will get back.
Go back in the Wayback Machine here to kind of see what's going on.
Let's see. Yep, Ethan Stanley will have an EOL. So that pole is nice, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good.
Yeah, I'd say hopefully he can recover. I mean, if he's this quick already here in qualifying, he may have a good time making it through the pack early on and hopefully finish in the top step here. But we'll have to wait and see how things play out tonight as our last few runners are coming around for qualifying.
How about we look at some points?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's take a look at the points. I'd say, especially with last round, having a couple drivers drop out of last go around Indy. Interesting to see how the points are here.
Yep, our points leader is Chris Wright in the 25, and then Tyler Paul Mikolajczyk, Tate Lytle, and Leighton Norgard, your top 5 in points so far. And then David Westergreen up in P6, Tyler Fody in 7th, Johnny Thomas, Gerald Campbell, William White rounding out your top 10. Gavin Higgins has speed all season, but has not been able to catch the brakes, so a lot farther down in the point standings than I think we really would have expected down there in P11. Then Aaron Smith, Vincent Isabella, David Phillips, and Kendall Player, top 15. Justin Wadsworth, Jacob Adams, and Jonathan Cutlip rounding out this first page of the standings. Then you take it away, Zach.
Okay. I'd say it looks like Joey Bailey in 19th, Chad Frankenfield in 20th there. Ethan Stanley coming out in 21st, so hopefully his showing tonight can boost his... Hopefully he can have a good showing, especially with that EOL. Paul Schmallenberg there in 22nd, Connor Thompson in 23rd, Joe Phillips in 24th, Daniel Gore in 25th. He's been a name we've kind of said a lot here, and I know he's had some unfortunate go-arounds, but hopefully tonight he has a good one. Tommy Ryan, Caleb Pecumer, Ray Bracey kind of running up to your 28th position there. I want to say Ryan Boards in 29th there. Robles, sorry, and 30th. David Taylor in 31st. Cale Pocock in 32nd. And in 33rd, we got Ryan Gavel. I know he's a name we kind of said there, rounding out your second page. Andrew Rucker in 36th. Ty McIntosh in 37th. Ryan Hanshaw in 38th there. And James, I'm going to kind of let you round out the points here.
Alrighty, and then we have Harrison Talon, Scott Crump, Jesse Racimus, Frank Fody, Dave Huckleberry rounding out the top 43, and then Nick Massey, Jeff Ryan, Andrew Hardcastle, Zach Evans, Trey Eatson, Joshua Chin, Sam Bootwell. Pretty sure I'm mispronouncing your name again, Sam. My apologies. Dylan Javier, Noah Blackwell, and Jared Rexing. Man, 53 drivers have run a race this season already. This is incredible, the amount of participation we got in this series. And oh my goodness, Mark Rebelis just absolutely died in the carousel, I believe. Wow, that was violent.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the carousel or turn one, but either way, medic!
I'd say this is going to be another eyes closed moment there for viewers who are a little squeamish. Watching carnage of cars here.
Zach, did you register as a driver?
I might have accidentally done so. I did back out of it before I got in. I don't see myself on the timing though. I'm trying to get into this so I can see. Yeah, a rookie mistake. That is my bad.
It happens to the best of us, my friend. I
Guys,
certainly
get a load of
haven't
this guy
done
over
it.
here.
Yeah, I totally haven't done that multiple times myself. Ha 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 ha. Anyways,
In your defense, I don't actually see you in here. So I actually don't know what Dave's on about. I don't see you.
unfortunately, I do see him towards the bottom, but here we are, our starting lineup. Ethan Stanley on the front row, technically, with Aaron Smith on the outside front row. Tyler Fody and William White make up row 2. Chad Frankenfield and Ryan Gavel on row 3. Row 4 features the 42 of Ryan Borges and the 69 of Daniel Gore. 56 of Tate Lytle and Gavin Higgins in the 95 round out your top 10. Leighton Norgard in the 12 and Caleb Becumer in the 59 of row 6. Row 7 has the 6 of Justin Wadsworth and the 81 of Cale Pocock. Row 7 features the 1 of Scott Crump and the 09 of Ty McIntosh. I think that was row 8 actually. Row 9 features the 13 of Paul Smallenberg and the 24 of Michael Hosek. I can count, I swear. And rounding out the top 20 is your points leader Chris Wright and the 77 of Paul Mikolajczyk. And you take it from here, Zach.
We got Campbell in the 21, or in 21st there in the 31 car, Rexing in 22nd, Jesse Racimes in 23rd, and Zach Evans in 24th there, respectively. In 25th, we have Joey Bailey, and 26th, we have Javier in that number 57 car with a 113. We have Rucker in 27th in the 17 car, and we have Isabella in 28. We have Phillips in the 29th, and Frank Fody in the 30th in the 41 car there. Thomas in 31st, and Thompson 32nd, right behind him. So these lap times are pretty close. Andrew Hardcastle in 33rd, Clark in 34th, Tyler Pop in 35th, and Ray Bracey in 36th. Josh Adams in 37, David Westergreen right beside him in 38. We have Mark Ray Blaze in 39th. I cannot say that name. In 40th, we have Dave Huckleberry there. And rounding out your field tonight in 41st is Talon in that number 8 car.
And real quick, the other EOL for tonight's race is our outside pole sitter, Aaron Smith. So the front row of tonight's event both have EOLs and will both be starting on the last row, which is unfortunate.
Also
Of all
interesting.
times to get an EOL. And so our actual front row now is Tyler Fody and William White.
This will be interesting here. Coming to the green. I think this is.
Quick
Williams
note, guys. Paul Schmalberg did not grid up.
Oh.
Interesting. Let me. Is he?
He's not even on pit road.
Wow. He's still in the session, which is and I see absolutely nothing wrong with his connection. So interesting.
Oh, he just entered pit lane.
Yep. You know, probably not the worst decision to make. All right, and here we are. The pace car getting ready to make the hard right-hand turn onto pit road. And Tyler Fody will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're underway at Watkins Glen. Great start from the top four. That is already a big gap to the cars behind.
Rucker, black flag.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Might be cleared though, but we'll see.
Yes, it was in. Oh no, yeah, it was a sign from race control. Interesting.
Oh, okay. See how that plays out.
Here, Chad Frankenfield getting by William White, completing the pass before we get to the bus stop. Oh, there's big contact right to the inside of the wall. Wow, that is major contact, but not as much damage. Oh, Cale Pocock, our winner at Daytona round. Wow. A lot spicier. Go on, Zach.
Sorry about that. I'd say I'm surprised William White's able to make it around after that hit. That was... Ooh.
No kidding. That was gnarly. And I'd have no idea how that wasn't a bigger incident as Andrew Rucker makes his pit stop to serve his black flag. Oh, boy, howdy.
Say an interesting start to this one. Right off the bat here.
And here we are, the replay. And, oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Man, I don't even know what happened with that. Like, it's hard to, like, I can't tell if William tried to pass back, if he, maybe he, I think he might have overcooked the brake zone just a little bit and locked up the rears. Man, we got we got a car going around. David Phillips exit the carousel. Oh, you can't park there. Oh, and he's got to wait for everyone to go by. That is agonizing for the 0-3. Top 5 in points 0-3 is, I believe, too. So that's not what he needed. Yeah, he just loops it. And this was right when Ty McIntosh was having his own incident, right front going super duper wide on the exit of the carousel.
I think that's where we're going to see a lot of... as we watch the, I believe, 4 or 15 there, oh my god, I'm sorry. Frankenfield kind of goes sideways coming up through there.
Yeah, and right now we got side-by-side racing leading into the bus stop.
I always love to see coming through the bus stop there.
Absolutely. And McIntosh and Javier side by side with each other.
so far so good. This has been somewhat of a tidy race. As I say that, as the Ford gets a little into the double zero there of Aaron Smith, it looks like. William White clawing his way back up, it looks like. Surprised that car's still going.
Right? Like, he absolutely clobbered the inside wall with that right front. I thought for sure he'd be needing a brand new control arm after that.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got car going wide.
Johnny
Johnny
Thomas.
Thomas. He saw David Westergreen right there behind him too. David Westergreen, noted road course hater. And here's some replay of the incident.
Oh, I went too far back. I apologize.
And oh, wow, what a wide entry! And oh my goodness, ooh, that's some hefty contact. But just like with William White, damage is showing as bad as you would have expected.
So these cars are very resilient around this track. We're not seeing too much damage here as we watch Daniel Gore. They're kind of making up some positions, moving up the field into turn 1, and it looks like he's going to make the move.
Yeah,
there.
Good move on Ryan Borges. Daniel Gore up to P4 right now. That's a little bit behind Ryan Gable for the last spot on the top 3.
Cody's also doing a really job up front there to make that gap grow wider and wider. I think Frankenfield is going to have a hard time trying to catch him here, but he's also doing a good job of getting away from the pack here.
And meanwhile, status report on our front row. Ethan Stanley already up to P16 after just 5 laps. Meanwhile, Aaron Smith is at P25. He's been kind of stuck behind that Ty McIntosh, Dylan Javier, Frank Fody battle for the last couple laps, so just isn't quite able to make as much of a gain as Stanley has. It's like he might have finally dispatched Ty McIntosh, so trying to work on Frank Fody and Zach Evans here.
Yeah, hopefully he won't be caught up too much.
He's got to run.
Here. Can he make it stick into turn 1 here?
He's sending it clean on the brakes, and Aaron Smith is through up to 23rd. As David Huckleberry looks like he is retired from the race, unfortunately.
Oh. Happened to his car there as we're on board with Tate Lytle here in P6.
Being shown Rutgers crashed.
Did Rucker crash?
That's what I'm being shown.
Let's see. Replay coming up. Oh.
Oh, little tiny little spin.
Yeah.
Half spin.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, looks like he just like.
Hibbs, pit road.
Gavin Hibbs spinning into the pit onto pit road.
Oh.
Wow.
I believe that's a Leighton Norgard going around him there, just counting.
No. I think Gavin Hibbs might be done for the night in showing his displeasure with what has transpired. You see, he was right behind the battle for P4, and just went around. And Leighton Norgard picking a heck of a time to come down for his first pit stop.
It's a clean entry though from Leighton Norgard there with Gavin Hibbs.
Yeah,
into the wall there.
Even with the calamity in front. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Gavin Hibbs. The nightmare start to the season continues. Is also continuing is this battle for P4. Daniel Gore right on the rear end of that 0-1 And he's got Borges and Tate Lytle right behind him.
Okay, it's going to be interesting to see who can make it there. And it looks like Daniel
Oh,
Gore is going to
he's
make a
sending
move
it.
in P1. Can he
Oh,
make it? Dick.
Gable took that wider entry into the corner. That gave him a lot of momentum, but Gore gonna clear him on the inside. Gets the pass done, entering the S's. Fantastic move from the 69.
A very clean move there from the 69. Watch another move P1.
Oh no, David Westergreen. Noted road course hater. Looks like I can't tell if locked the rears or just got on it a little too hard. What do you think, Zach?
It looked like he got on it a little too hard. He made the corner pretty well, but coming that first corner there, especially in these cars, you really have to have steady throttle control. They're gonna spin it through there as they're battling it out on the grass there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Zach, but Ryan Gable was weeble wobbling all over out exit of the carousel. That was a massive wiggle. Fantastic job from the 01 to keep it pointing in the right direction. Otherwise, that would have been absolutely violent. We've seen some gnarly incidents there in real life. I'll never forget that huge wreck in 2010 that claimed like a good quarter of the field when Sam Hornish and Jeff Burton got together.
Yeah, I'd say these drivers have been doing a very good job of that tonight, of just keeping it pointed in the right direction. I don't think we've been able to say that a whole lot up until tonight. But I'd say it's been clean racing so far between everybody. Not too much going on besides the battle for P4 up front, it seems. Everyone's kind of getting into a groove.
Oh, we got an incident! Racimus and Bailey getting together, I think exit of the carousel. Bailey missing the front bumper. Racimus parked in the tire barrier.
That's going to be a tough break for Jesse Racimas there. Not the outcome he was looking for tonight.
Yeah, oh no, oh! Jesse got a little loose exiting the bus stop. Bailey nowhere to go. Racimus overcorrects into the 35. Yeah, had it saved until he didn't, and
right into the wall. And
yeah,
right when I was saying we're having a nice, good, clean race tonight.
yeah, but you know, this is the Glen, and this is the Glen in high-powered, low-grip machinery.
You have a good point there, yeah. I'd say I did not take that into account for tonight's race. But I would say since we're a couple laps into this race so far, you know what we haven't done, James?
You're right, our race picks. I even brought it up before the race and forgot in classic fashion. Let's see. I think Carlos won last week, so we'll have Carlos go ahead and make his first pick.
No, I'll go last since I won last week.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
Carlos wanted to do it the fair way. Well, since I think I finished last, I'll go ahead and make my pick, and I'm still gonna go ahead and pick Ethan Stanley.
Interesting pick, I'd say, especially with that EOL. I wonder how he's making his way through the pack here, as you mentioned him.
I think he's already... Yeah, he is already back in P8.
And he has cut his way through the field. You know, I'm going to put it out there. Tate Lytle, I think he has a good chance for tonight.
Alrighty, and what say you, Carlos?
You know, Daniel Gore is looking like a man on a mission for South Shore Racing. So, I'm going to put my money where his mouth is. What? Sorry, I'm a little out of it right now. I'm picking Daniel Gore.
Yeah, Daniel Gore, a very accomplished road racer in the stock car, is a fantastic pick to make.
Man, look at he's commanding that group there. He's doing a very good job of it as well.
Absolutely. Well, what about you, Zach? How do you like doing road course racing in a stock car?
I've only done it a handful of times, and it's challenging. Ooh.
Troy Bailey.
Yeah. See that front bumper flopping about from the incident with Racimus, and I think Leighton Norgard in the background almost looped it coming off the final corner.
I thought, yeah, I'd say it looks like he just came out of it a little too hard. But I'd say stock car racing on road courses is not my favorite thing to do in the world. If I see it come up in iRacing, I kind of like, I'll be back next week. We'll see what's going on next week. So what are your thoughts?
I am the complete opposite. I am excited when I see a road course because I tend to be much better at tracks where you really gotta manage your braking and throttle. So road course and short tracks are where I tend to shine. 1.5 miles and anything bigger, I am at best mediocre. But here, I tend to do very well and at least put my car top 5. Which is funny because I'm better running stock cars on road courses than I am running cars that belong on road courses, like GT3 cars. Put me in a GT car, I suck. Put me in a stock car, and I'm battling for the win. Major issues for the one of Scott Crump. He is missing his front bumper.
Oh, I wonder what's going on there as we were watching the battle for first there. Whoa! See, that is the first car we've seen tonight without a bumper.
Yeah, I think Crump might have had a major calamity going into the bus stop, and oh no!
Campbell!
Ooh.
Give him a little bit of touch coming through there. Everybody's still going in the right direction.
Crump will bring it down to pit road.
Scott Crump did a really good job of trying to make it down there. And say, even with the little downforce these cars have around this track, it is oh so important to have every little bit of it, because if not, you can throw the balance of the car off and end up in the wall too many times. But I'd say good job on Scott Crump.
I got a replay here for you guys. Take a look at the top end of your screen.
Alrighty. See Crump behind Caleb Recumer, and he locked the rears hard under braking, and it just took a right turn into that inside wall. Man, that is unfortunate for the one of Scott Crump.
Yeah, I'd say he was having a good battle there, but just getting on the brakes too hard will spin you around on this track. This track is so unforgiving at times, especially coming into that bus stop there.
Gavel loosey-goosey.
Yeah, Gavel almost looped off of the corner, and that will allow the 91 to get by him pretty effortlessly. And while this is going on, Chad Frankenfield, he's starting to run down the race leader. He is, I believe, under a second from Tyler Fode. So we might be getting a battle for the lead here, which is what Stanley is going to want to see. In third place, Daniel Gore. They want to see these two fight and slow each other up. Frankenfield has been on a tear these last couple laps.
They put in some of his best times, it seems, trying to catch Tyler Fode. Tyler Fode has been commanding this race for the past 15 laps, so I think this is going to be a good battle here, and if they battle it hard enough, maybe Daniel Gore can swoop in and take the lead from both of them. We'll have to wait and see kind of how all of this plays out.
Yeah, it just depends on how hard they get to battling. Excuse me. Speaking of battling, P3 is heating up again. Borges is starting to reel Daniel Gore in, and look at that 91.
Getting close. I'd say it's been a while since we've seen a battle here. This good train of cars here. It's the 42. Looks like he's gonna try.
Yeah, or just look into the outside, and they're gonna be held up by the lap car of David Phillips. That's gonna give a huge run until Borges and Stanley. You see Stanley backed off really early, trying to maximize the run off of the corner.
See, Stanley's looking to get past these two cars as soon as possible to try to make that fight for the lead again.
He's looking. Oh, Borges shuts the door. Stanley's just gonna go to the inside now.
Thank you very much, he says as he makes that nice clean pass through there. Now his sights are on Daniel Gore ahead of him. Have to see how fast he can get up to him and maybe even pass him here. Ethan Stanley has been on a tear tonight. He has made his way up towards the front once again.
Got a replay coming up. Looks like Zach Evans, Dylan Javier. Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh wow! Javier just getting into the back of that 06 hard. Also, I think, are we getting? I think we might have had another incident at the back straightaway. The reports. Frank Fody.
Oh my God!
My goodness!
Oh my God.
No! Frank Fody!
Oh, someone get the
One
tarps.
of the most violent hits I have ever seen.
I think that's his night done. Oh my God, as he goes away.
That might be his life done. What? Oh no, that. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no, Frank Fody.
Oh. Look at that car.
Oh.
Just
The
loses
arms
control of
of the angels, far away from here. And who was that drove underneath him as the 41 is helicoptering through the air?
It was kind of hard to tell. It looked like it looked like a red and black car that just flew underneath him.
Meanwhile, in all of that excitement, a morbid way to use the word excitement, but Frankenfield right on Tyler Fody. Oh, he's going to want to win this in his dad's memory after that. Oh, man.
Absolutely. Such a hard hit. As well as we were watching that, Ethan Stanley made his way around Daniel Gore.
And he's starting to gain. He's under 11 seconds while these two are starting to battle.
Chad Frankenfield looks like he wants to try to make a run for it here through this first section as he's almost nose to tail with Frank Fody there.
Yeah, it's Frank Fody
Tyler
has
Fody.
in fact retired from the race.
Well, surprisingly, Frank Fody cleared his meatball flag.
Really?
I don't know how. That's what he did. Also, Clint Thompson, I got a trigger from him.
Oh no! Oh, there's an issue in the S's. Wadsworth around. He's gonna stop it and get going. No major calamity as we see the replay of Thompson looping it in turn one. Oh man.
Man, let's see if we can't get a.
Yeah, I'll try to get a replay of that here coming up here real soon.
That's never a good thing when you see a car spinning in the S's. Wadsworth, a fantastic job to. Oh,
he did a great job.
Yeah, he didn't go around at all and had enough room to get back going without anyone plowing into
Pit
him.
road, Stanley.
Ethan Stanley making his first stop. And looks like Mark Robilas is bringing it down to pit road as well. That looked a bit goofy. Might cost Stanley a little bit of time here.
A little bit, but I don't know if that's going to affect his race tonight as we watch Tyler Fody and Frankenfield battling it out more.
Oh, he's throwing the block. See these two catching up to trying to put Johnny Thomas a lap down. Johnny, get out of the way. He wants no part of whatever this is.
Chad is liking to throw that card wide through there.
Yeah, you got two schools of thought when it comes to the exit of the carousel. Some like to kind of hug the line and keep it on the exit curve. Some just like to go full reckless abandon and use up all that runoff. What do you, Zach? Do you like to keep it tight, or do you like to use the runoff exit of the carousel here?
Personally, I like to keep it tight because you get a better, kind of a little bit of a better exit in a more controlled way than swinging it out super wide. Especially if you're racing like a GT3 or an LMP2 car around here. But in these stock cars, either way, I'm keeping it nice and tight. How about you, James? Are you throwing it to the wolves and using every bit of the track you can?
Nope, I am right there with you. I've never seen me pick up speed when I've done that wide exit, so I always keep it nice and tight, and that always seems to help my exit. As Frankenfield is all over the rear bumper of the silver bullet. Oh no! Chad into the wall! Oh no! Chad Frankenfield trying to go for the lead of the race just gave it a little too much exit of the carousel into the inside wall. Oh, that's damage to the 15. That is heartbreaking for Chad Frankenfield. I think it was only a couple laps before he was going to get him. That was... And here he comes, bringing it down for tires. Yep, Chad is not happy with himself over the radio.
I'd say Chad probably was a little too eager there coming out and just gave it a little bit too much gas. And
yep,
unfortunately, he went around. That puts Daniel Gore up into second place with Ryan Borges in third.
Yeah, you heard a big hearty Chad me from Frankenfield after that. And oh no, the 28 did the same thing as Frank Foti. Oh no, another massive accident. Oh, and it took noted road course hater David Westergreen with him.
Oh no.
Westergreen absolutely had the front of his car ripped off. Oh no, we need to bring out the tarps again. The medevac helicopter has even came back from getting Frank Foti to the hospital. As we see Tyler Foti bringing it down for his pit stop. Oh no. Oh, yep. Yeah, just... Clark somehow loses it. And oh man. Oh no.
Okay, look away for squeamish.
Somehow, I hope you're not watching this in VR. Somehow, this is even more violent than Frank Foti. Oh no. And that destroyed the front end of Newman's car. I mean, Westergreen's car. Wow. Oh,
so are we getting two caskets for the end of the night so far?
Absolutely.
Or should we leave an open tab?
I don't think there's anything left to have an open casket burial with these two.
Oh.
In the arms of the angel. Seriously, guys, stop dying. No one wants to hear me sing.
I don't think they can help it here. It's just the way of the track tonight.
Oh, good gracious! Wow, I'm out of breath. And we're not even halfway through this race as Caleb Percumer brings it down, almost looped it. Oh boy,
we're not even halfway through this race, and we've already watched two people put their lives on the line and ended it. nearly into that tire barrier there as we're watching Tate Lytle here at the top of the screen.
David Westergreen too. I can't imagine he's feeling good after that wreck. David gave his life. Oh no, Johnny Thomas! Oh, overcorrect.
Can he save it?
Back up.
He'll be
Johnny
fine.
Thomas in turn 1 not getting together, but David Westergreen going out doing what he hated in road course racing.
Oh, Connor
I'd say
Thompson.
that
Oh
probably
no!
doesn't help him.
Yeah, Thompson looped it as well. So I exit of the penultimate corner here. So battle rages on with Borges and Gore.
This is the current lead.
Daniel Gore seems to be doing a pretty good job of keeping Borges behind him. Pretty close. Don't know if he's going to have a run through to the bus stop as we watch Daniel Gore kind of slide through that end of the S's there.
Yeah, he was burning them tires up.
I think Daniel Gore's probably going to have to make a pit stop here soon. The way he's kind of eating up these tires.
Yeah, that the S's are such an underrated part of the track. It might be one of the most difficult portions of the track in a stock car. You know, especially going through the little left-hand section of it, you're always finding the car just really get light. And if you're not careful on your throttle, you're just gonna absolutely spin the wheels. And then when you're getting and you're exiting out of the S's, like that's when I always feel like I'm just holding on for dear life, feeling like I'm strapped to a rocket ship and just praying I can hold on to it. That's why we saw that 69 get loose coming out of the S's last time around, because there's just absolutely no grip through here. You're just dumping it and praying for the best.
So it looks like Daniel's prayers were answered on that last lap there to keep him out of the wall. Cars seem to not be liking any of these elevation changes in these corners here, especially in the S's in turn 1. As we've watched kind of everybody a little bit struggling with them tonight.
Yeah, agile these things are not. The old-fashioned truck arm suspension and solid rear axle, these don't really tend to do well with rapid change of directions, both latitudinally and longitudinally. If those are even words. I'm not entirely sure about that. But regardless, these things don't grip well. Which is...
No,
Go on, Zach.
oh no, I was just gonna add a little something there. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was about to say these cars don't seem to be liking anything to do with these high downforce tracks, especially when we were at Indy or Daytona. They were quite light, it seems.
Yep, stock cars are not known to be the most aerodynamically efficient racing vehicles out there.
That's on full display here tonight. We're on board with Tate Lytle here. Seems like he's fighting the car a lot as he corrects a nice save there.
You've seen 2 people die there. Who will be the third?
Hopefully not Tate Lytle. That would not be a great end to his night here.
Hey guys, where's Ethan Stanley? I don't... Okay, he's popping back up. I was seeing him with, like, network issues.
Let's see here.
He is on track. He's back.
Yeah, and it seems to have stabilized at a nice 66. Uh-oh! Rexing around on the final corner.
Ooh, front end.
Yeah, the front end of that 10 car center punch, that's gonna cost him some speed. down the straightaways.
So even with this little amount of aero here, whatever they lose, it's so hard for these cars to gain any sort of tempo or speed through here because it's just all thrown out the window. So we're watching William White and Leighton Norgard there kind of making their way around the front. Ooh, who was that going wide through there? It looks like Zach Evans. Not having a great time.
So it looks like Tyler Fody is still ahead of Ethan Stanley, but only by about 6 seconds. So Ethan Stanley still very much in it as we see Tate Lytle looking to the inside of Gable, backs out of it. And I believe Frankenfield must have gotten a meatball from his incident because he's showing 6 laps down in 30 seconds so far.
That was a tough break for Chad Frankenfield being up towards the front there.
Man, just look at these things clobber the curbs around here. It is always... I just love watching stock cars go through road course corners. Watching these suspension systems just absolutely work their tails off.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the as the 91 go. Or not the 91, I'm sorry.
Oh,
is that
there's
a bumper?
Yeah, there's a bumper.
Oh, no! Tate Lytle!
Oh no! Gable and Lytle get together on pit road entry. Whoa! Right, Gable.
From my point of view, it looked like they hit the bumper and just spun out.
Wow.
Ryan.
Yep.
Wasting no time trying to make it to his pit stop.
It worked.
Did it?
It saved him a lot more time. I mean, hey, it saved him a lot more time than having to just turn around.
I'd say he did a very good job of keeping it going in the right direction as he's kind of sideways in his pit stop there.
And watching that, I'm actually mildly salty because I lost a podium here because my pit crew wasn't happy with how I parked. And I know for a fact I parked a lot better than that. So my pit crew is going to have to answer some questions here. But yeah, Tate Lytle got a black flag from that as he got punched above pit road speed limit, but it was cleared. But wow.
Hey, I don't know if Cavill hit him coming down. Oh, he did.
Oh, he absolutely did. Gable carried a little more speed on a pit entry. And blam.
Oh.
Wow. This is really gonna shape
got a
up
black flag.
And tally onto Gable, as I don't think any of us are really surprised about that development.
I don't think so. I would say that was pretty cut and dry there. Coming around there. I wonder why Rexing got a
it looks like
flag
it has
a
been
minute ago.
cleared though. Not sure why.
Yeah, I couldn't quite make out what he said, so...
I'm really curious to see kind of what that was. We're watching kind of Tyler Fody here, who is technically our net race leader here, if I'm not mistaken. As
everyone but Cale Peacock has gone down pit road. And Cale is currently in 6th.
Yep. That is correct. I believe Borges and Gore hit the last time by, so Tyler Fody is the actual race leader once again. Ethan Stanley 7 seconds behind. He cut off about 3 seconds of the gap before the pit cycles. So he's still got a decent amount of ground to make up, as Aaron Smith has jumped up to P5. And he's in the battle he's right behind the battle of Borges and Gore for that final step on the podium, as Andrew Hardcastle having his own issues in turn 1.
It looks like he got just a little bit loose coming through there. I'd say Tyler Fody here has done a pretty good job of making that gap a little wider there.
And overcorrected, but keeps it out of the barriers.
Very good job of
Looking
keeping
at
it out.
the gaps, it didn't look like Tate Lytle lost all that. It didn't look like he really lost many positions. He lost a lot of time, but he's still sitting in P7, about a second or so from Caleb Kukumer. So no real damage position-wise for him. Ryan Gable's sitting right at the edge of the top 10 in P10.
Tate Lytle got lucky for that, but I think this time he's added here is not going to help him. He wants to try to fight for a podium or even a little bit of a higher finish tonight.
Showing the 99 was going backwards for a little bit.
Oh.
Wait,
I think
don't tell.
Mark Rafael
Is he in the boot?
I think he is putting on the boot.
I think he has damage.
Well, Mark left, so I think that was him making his decision that he was going to retire from the race. We see Smith sending it on to Daniel Gore, not able to complete the pass. Going back to the replay of Rafaelis, and carried a lot of speed off of the exit of the carousel, spun, found him into the entrance of the boot, and that's all she wrote, basically.
It's unfortunate for him tonight.
His 2-car scrap has become a 3-car scrap.
Looks like Aaron Smith is making a good run out of here.
Looking to the outside, the 69 tucks back in, now to the inside. Over, under, and they're going to be side by side on corner exit. Gore going to have the preferred line into the final corner, and Smith just pulls him on the outside. Aaron Smith up to P3, one of our EOL drivers. Mother of mercy, what a picture.
Oh!
Photo courtesy
Wow.
of Dave Westergreen. David
Wow.
Thank you, David, for that beautiful picture.
Westergreen. Ooh, Scott Crump went
See,
around.
why not? Yeah. Saw him have that earlier incident that saw him lose his bumper, and wow. That's he lost that well past exit. It's interesting to see someone spin that late onto the straightaway, but yeah, obviously that car already had damage from his earlier incident, and unfortunately Scott is adding to it.
Yeah, it almost looked like the car wasn't really settled coming out of that corner there, and he just kind of tried to correct it a little too much with some throttle input, and it cost him Spinning into the barrier again.
Yeah, and it just looks so weird. It's like one of those weird kind of lazy death wobble spins that we see often from a particular race car that has yet to be invented, because of course we're still in the year 2003.
As it is in the near future, in the future of what is to come, it has not been made yet.
Thing with chrome wheels, because everything is chrome in the future.
Absolutely everything. We have a thing called a chrome book. As we get back to the race here, State Lytle is coming out of the pits for his second stop. And we are 25 laps
sounds like
to
we
go.
have an incident at the bus stop.
I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, it was reported over the radio that there was a incident.
Hey. A little wide there.
Yeah, in the meantime, as we're trying to find it, the battle between Gore and Borges rages on.
So Aaron Smith cleared them quite quickly and is making a charge towards the leaders here. He's kind of picked up a rhythm.
Yeah, unless we get a caution, he's not likely to, because he's still got a lot of time to make up. So 25 seconds, but Ethan Stanley 5.6 back to our race leader, and still a lot of racing left to go.
Absolutely. I say with 24 laps to go, 5 seconds can be whittled down so quickly here. We'll have to see kind of how Ethan Stanley does with that time gap, and I wonder how Tyler Fode's feeling up there watching that gap slowly come down with Ethan Stanley right behind him.
Yeah, it's nothing he's not unfamiliar with. These two have had many a duel on the road course before. Many a duel on any course, let alone road course. So Fode knows. He knows that his he's probably gonna have to deal with that 91 car sooner or later.
That is true, but we'll have to wait and see kind of how soon that will be. I think Tyler Fode is going to be asking the same question of how close is it going to get as he takes out 0.7 on that last lap there. Ethan Stanley does on Tyler Fode. So maybe it'll be sooner than we think. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, 3/4 of a second. That is a massive amount of time just ripped from Tyler Fode's lead.
Now Ethan Stanley is under the 4-second mark and quickly gaining. We might be having a battle here in a couple laps time, as Ethan Stanley's just now coming out of the carousel back there behind Tyler Fode here.
Yeah, if you're Fode, I think you're just really kind of hoping that Stanley burns his tires up before he catches you. Him not being able to really fight as hard as you would think with having those more worn tires.
I'd say that is the hope of Tyler Fode's race tonight if he wants to have this race win. So it looks like Ethan Stanley's gonna continue to make the charge here to take away the race win from Tyler Fode here.
once again, this battle continues to rage on.
They have not relented at all. Daniel Gore, though, is doing a good job of keeping Borges behind him.
Oh! Or sending it on the lap cars of Adams and Campbell. Ballsy move that is finally going to get him some breathing room from Borges.
But how much is going to be the question here? Is it going to be enough to keep him going? Borges is really liking that out wide move coming out of that corner there. I still don't know if it's gaining him any time on Daniel there. It looks like it might be.
Yeah, he closed up. It already looked like he gashed the gap Gore had down to about half of it.
So we watched the 01 car kind of do the same thing coming through there. I still don't know if it gains much time to kind of throw it out that wide.
Maybe for us plebs, but it's working well for him. As David Westergreen has officially retired from tonight's event.
He rest in peace.
Leader Pit Road. Oh my gosh!
And he almost
big log
flipped
up.
it. That is going to cost him a huge amount of time as Stanley pit with him, and he is not that far behind him as they bring it down to pit road.
Is it a black flag for Tyler Fody? Did he speed?
I'm not seeing anything under Tyler Fody's name.
Yep, Fody seems to be good so far.
So it looks like Ethan Stanley and both Tyler Fody are electing for some new tires and probably some kind of a splash of gas to make it to the end.
Maybe some new underwear for the 40.
I probably would be requesting it myself as well. That was
Well, you know, it worked out
really
for a certain
close.
driver in 2005, so maybe no need to change.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
silver bullet with a shade of brown.
Was it 2005? I think it was, right?
I want to say maybe 07. I'm not sure.
No, it was not 07. I know he won 07. That race still haunts me.
For you, a Gordon fan, Carlos?
Yeah, for me, a Gordon fan.
F in the chat for Carlos.
F.
See Nikolai Chick on pit road.
Oh.
Had to pay my respects in chat. As we're watching Aaron Smith come around here. Tyler Fody seems to be making up some work there. I saw the gap between Tyler Fody and Ethan Stanley when they first came out. It looks like Ethan Stanley gained some, or not Ethan Stanley, sorry, Tyler Fody gained some time on Ethan there. The gap, I believe, was close to 5 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're about. I think it's about 3 seconds or so, which is actually right around what it was when we came down pit road. So
well, right now it's 1.9 seconds.
Oh.
Alright, well, my timing and scoring lied to me, but still, I think we expected Stanley to be a lot closer after that interesting pit road entry from Tyler Fody. So that's huge for Fody that he still has a decent gap back to the 91.
We'll see if he can keep it, though.
Oh, descend on the lap car of Jacob Adams.
Pat McIntosh triggering a crash event for me.
Uh-oh.
Where is Ty?
See,
Oh no.
coming off of the
Oh,
carousel.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
Not that.
Ty McIntosh into that inside barrier.
Well tipped.
I thought we were going to have another Fody and Westergreen incident there. Ooh, that was close.
You see Borges going around Gore, trying to finally get this pass done that he's been trying to make for seemingly the entire length of this race. Gore still is inside.
And Borges make it stick. I don't think he can.
Nope. They're still going to be side by side. Borges hanging on that quarter panel, and Gore will clear him once again.
I did a really good job through there just to keep his nose in that fight. I think Gore's going to pull away a little bit here, coming towards the bus stop here.
Gore is absolutely tired of the 69.
I do believe they have been battling it out this entire race. I don't think there's been a moment where they haven't been fighting.
Frankfield.
Yeah.
He's looking. He wants to get by this.
I think Chad is enjoying the show of the battle going on in front of him. I mean, I would be too. This Borges is looking on the inside now.
And Gore.
Can he get there?
Oh, Borges slid up. Gore gonna pull and clear. Meanwhile, Tyler Pop's second place in points has officially retired from tonight's race.
Ooh, Tyler, I would say we haven't seen much of him tonight.
Scott Crump triggering a crash
Chad.
event.
See Scott going up on the S's. Nope, going down into turn one, and looked like he wheel hopped.
Yeah.
Because like with how sudden that thing shot around, it looked like he might have been a bit too aggressive on his downshift. So you see Aaron Smith on the pit road.
Time for his pit stop here.
And Gore got super sideways, exited the last corner in the background.
I believe that is Frankenfield making the move on Gore there, and then Borges is going to follow him through.
He's going to try, and here's Tyler Fody. You know Fody has to get around these two.
And look who's right behind him, Ethan Stanley. Oh, Tyler Fody's probably going to make the move as soon as possible. There he is, just that little stripe of yellow.
And business decision from both Borges and Gore, letting the essential, now official race leader back by. Ethan Stanley hoping he'll get the same treatment.
It doesn't look like it.
Borges sending it on Gore.
Is Ethan Stanley going to capitalize?
Oh, this is a nightmare scenario for Ethan Stanley.
Oh no,
Borges
is he going to get...
Nope. Oh. And Borges... he gets the pass done. Finally, Ryan Borges will clear Gore as Stanley sending it from New York City. will get both of them down into turn 1 and will set his sights on Tyler Fode for the lead of this race. 14 laps to go. And we got plenty of excitement still to come, folks at home.
And that gap is almost down to 1 second between Tyler Fode and Ethan Stanley. So it's going to be a good one. And it looks like Daniel Gore is kind of backed off on Ryan Borges there. I'll have to see how that kind of plays out and ends up, how this ends at the end here. Tyler Fode now. Oh.
Big sideways from Stanley. He's wheeling this thing.
He is really trying to make it up front as Tyler Fode is hitting a little bit of lap traffic.
Javier will do a magnificent job getting out of the way of our race
Oh my
leaders.
gosh. What was that?
Oh, Jared Campbell with an incident.
I wonder if he got it come out of that last corner there. Maybe got a little too loose.
Yeah, I wager you're probably right about that, Zach.
What? We're gonna cut back to the front here because I think we're about to have a battle. We're getting close. I believe the gap is now under a second. It is. It's about 0.2.
Ethan Stanley knocking on Fode's door. Oh, and sideways once again for Stanley. Let's see. We saw some great defense from Fode holding off Frankenfield earlier in the race. Let's see if he has the same level of defense this time around.
So far, he's doing a good job of that.
See some lap traffic. Ray Bracey and Chad Frankenfield right in front of the race leaders.
Tyler's probably not really enjoying this here, catching this lap traffic at a probably the worst time.
Yeah, Ray will acquiesce to the race leaders, but a huge run from Stanley, and he backs out of it. I thought he was going to ship it.
It looked like he almost did.
Whoa,
He's right on the bumper.
You can't get any closer. How about it, Zach? We might be in for another all-timer finish here at the Glen. You think of Keselowski versus Ambrose, Busch versus Gordon. Well, now we have Fode versus Stanley. Stanley to the outside.
Can he make
Fode.
it stick?
Oh, contact!
Oh, Tyler pushed him wide.
Oh, that's cheeky from Tyler Fode. Going full Formula One. I'm at ahead of the apex. Frankenfield into the inside wall right in front of him. Well, they don't have to worry about getting ahead of him now. As we see, Ryan Borges has caught back up.
I say Ryan Borges may throw his hat in this battle for first here if he can catch up. But I don't know if he can because Tyler Fode and Ethan Stanley are duking it out.
Yeah, Fode went full FIA. I'm ahead of the apex, so that's your problem, pal. On Stanley, you can't imagine Ethan Stanley was happy about that. Former teammates racing hard. Just over 10 laps to go here.
See, this time by we're going to be at 10 laps. So Ethan Stanley's probably going to want this done and buried as they are
Stanley. Yeah, Stanley, a little bit of a wiggle. Someone from Fode too, but Stanley lost some distance.
I'm being told that the 91 has pressed L2 to intimidate.
You sure they're not? You sure you didn't hit R2 to share draft? We see Fode starting to leg out a gap a little bit, but Stanley so good on the brakes. Oh, Fode wiggle! Oh, it's a big wiggle! Oh, and Fode shuts the door on Stanley.
Oh.
Can't confirm it was L2 he pressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those intimidation tactics are working. Tyler Fody looks to be not having a great run this lap so
Oh,
far as
Stanley! Oh, man!
Stanley!
Oh, I thought that was going to end bad. Stanley just getting a hold of that 91 car right before everything was far gone.
Ethan
Once again, Stanley might have had the better run off of the carousel. Fody trying to make that 40 car as wide as he can. Stanley ducks back in. I don't know if Fody got that good of a corner, though.
It doesn't look like it. Ethan Stanley is still right there on his corner panel.
You see David Phillips getting the heck out of it. He wants no part of this. He got, oh, here's Stanley looking to the inside. Oh!
Fody tried to close the door.
Yeah, he gave him just enough room. They're going to be side by side. Stanley shut the door. Stanley clears Ethan Stanley to the lead of the race with 9 laps to go at the Glen.
Hey guys, don't look. Third place is not that far away.
Brian Borge is right behind this battle, but does he have to pit again? That's the big question. Oh, we might have had some sort of issue. See Jacob Adams. Oh, goes around. Oh! Oh, right in front. Oh, man. Gerald Campbell just barely avoiding the stop wreck car of Jacob Adams.
This was earlier.
Chad
Frankenfield
looping it in front. Ooh. Well, at least he's able to make it on the pit road.
It's a good time to pit, too.
Yeah, that was a rough couple laps for the UPS cars. So, what can Brown not do for you?
It seems like if they cannot make it out of the wall.
See another replay. Oh no, Scott Krupp losing it into the runoff of the bus stop, keeps it out of the barrier. You see Wadsworth making a move on Ryan Gable. Gable, that damaged 0-1 car from the pit road entry incident, Tate Lytle.
See, Gable has, like, he tried to get that fixed up from that incident earlier.
We see Fody still hanging on to Ethan Stanley at the lap car of his teammate Chris Wright. Although this is going to slow up that 40 just a little bit.
See, Chris Wright is doing a good job there to help his teammate kind of make it around here. It kind of makes that gap a little bit wider for Tyler Fody. We'll see if he can't make his way back as we're counting down the laps here, as we're about to be six laps to go. I don't know if we're gonna have another battle for the lead here. Ethan Stanley's been kind of commanding it.
Yeah, Fody's hanging on, but still nowhere near close enough to make a move.
So he's gonna have to have a really good push here towards the end, putting everything he has in those tires to make it work, as we're kind of looking throughout the field here as we're watching William White here battle the 49 car coming out of the carousel.
Got a hard battle with Gable and Hossack now. They're about here side by side going through the carousel.
So we cut back to the front here. But Ethan Stanley still just keeping it out there as Ryan Borges is kind of backed off from Tyler Fode. Is it Scott? Is it Chrome? Into the barrier.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Hasek getting by the 0-1.
Doing a very good job tonight of kind of keeping that car going straight and making up as many track positions as he can.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple races for Michael Hasek so far. Been caught up in a lot of incidents, but so far that 24 car looks pretty clean. Having a great run to drive it up into P7.
Amazing night from him tonight, especially from the first couple of rounds where things really didn't go his way within those first two. Could be some good points for the championship for him. Yeah, I'd say there's not much movement up towards the front there, especially with Tyler Fode trying to bring the fight to Ethan Stanley. It doesn't seem like he has the push. We're watching Daniel Gore here coming out of the S's.
You see Gable on pit road. Oh, Thompson has looped it in turn 1 again.
Yeah, that's where we've seen a lot of the cars kind of spin out, is through turn 1 or through the S's there.
Yeah, it's such a tough braking zone for these cars. You're going full downhill. You know, you got all that weight pressing down. It's just so hard to get in there, and then you got all the load transfer. So if you're just a bit too aggressive on the throttle, it's gonna bite you, and it's been a lot of drivers hard. See 4 laps to go. We're just still sitting there in P3.
The gap now from Tyler Fode and Borges there is about 3 seconds or so. So I don't know if he's going to have enough of a push to bring the fight to Tyler there.
Oh, big wiggle from Bakumer. Oh no, Michael Hasek around in turn 1. Oh, and he's gonna spin back up the track.
You just had to res him up, didn't you?
Yep, commentators' curses, undefeated.
There it is again.
But I believe he's still holding on to a spot in the top 10. For 3 laps to go here.
It looks like it. I believe he is just at the top 10.
Michael Hasek is not happy with somebody.
Oh. Let's see, was he battling some lap traffic coming through there?
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Oh. Oh, just a little bit of a touch.
Yeah, just kind of slam the nose down into the track, and round goes to 24.
Another tough break for Michael Hasek there.
Yeah, Amir did take a bit of a weird entry into the corner because it looked like he was gonna give Hasek the line around the outside, then Amir just kind of then moved back up. So it definitely caught Michael Hasek off guard. So you can kind of understand a little bit of the frustration. Hasek as Caleb Bakumer blew the bus stop. Doing a little bit of lawn mowing for the 59 car as we're at 2 laps to go.
this race is winding down here. Is any late moves gonna happen here? Don't think there will be a whole lot, as Elite Norgard here getting laps by Ethan Stanley. It's going to be a holdup and maybe bring Tyler Fody into a podium fight here.
We'll see. Oh, and he gets sideways. Ethan Stanley, white flag, 1 lap to go.
Tyler closed that gap just a little bit more. And one of the UPS
I don't think he did.
cars there. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like even with all that, Stanley's still able to eke out a gap.
Yeah, it looks
Stanley
like
is probably just gonna sit behind it, right behind the 12. I don't know. He's all over. And there he goes. Gets by Norgard. Man, what a performance from this 91. It's gonna, when you look at the results and you see the pole sitter winning the race, it doesn't look like it was much. But let me tell you, Ethan Stanley has fought his behind off and has put up an unbelievable performance off of the final corner. Ethan Stanley will win at Watkins Glen. Last to first challenge for the 91. Phenomenal drive from Stanley. Tyler Fody brings it home in P2. Brian Borges will hold on to P3. Aaron Smith with his own challenge from the last row of the grid, bringing it home 4th, and Daniel Gore rounding out the top 5.
what an amazing drive from Ethan Stanley tonight, especially like you were saying, that last to first challenge, putting it on pole, taking having an EOL for the beginning of this race, and still comes out on top and wins tonight's race ahead of Tyler Fody there. Amazing battle between those two. Oh man, what a race from start to finish. Just drive from Ethan Stanley.
Yeah.
Ecstatic for tonight's one.
And for those that question why there's so many road courses, this is why, because that was a lot of fun to watch. You know, there was always something crazy going on in this race. Some incidents that I don't think any of us will ever forget. As Stanley drifting the carousel, get the Tokyo Drift theme going. Look at that.
He's running in the 90s.
Ethan Stanley having a good time in this car. Just showing off. Oh! Giving a couple burnouts to each of the grandstands, giving our cardboard audience in the stands and iRacing here a good showing. As he drifted all around the last corner.
There's absolutely no tread left on them tires.
Absolutely not. That is gone and burnt rubber there. What an amazing night tonight.
Alrighty, and here are your results. That I'm actually having a bit of a tough time reading. Here we go. All right, your race winner, Ethan Stanley, with Tyler Fody and Ryan Borges rounding out the top 3. Aaron Smith, Daniel Gore in the top 5, Justin Wadsworth, Tate Lytle, William White, Caleb Becumer, and Michael Hosick rounding out the top 10. Then we have Caleb Pocock in 11th, Leighton Norgard in 12th, Chris Wright 13th, Ryan Gable and Ray Bracey rounding out the top 15. Paul Mikolajczyk in 16th, Vincent Isabella in 17th, Gerald Campbell in 18th, Ty McIntosh at 19th, and Dylan Javier, your top 20. And I'll kick it over to Zach for the remainder of tonight's results.
In 21st, we have Jared Rexing. In 22nd, Andrew Rucker. 23rd, Andrew Hardcastle. Paul Schmallenberg in 24th. Johnny Thomas in 25th. Harrison Talon in 26th. Connor Thompson in 27th. David Phillips in 28th. Jacob Adams in 29th. And Zach Evans rounding out your top 30 for tonight's race. Chad Frankenfield finishing in 31st, Scott Crump in 32nd, Tyler Pop in 33rd, Mark Rabilis in 34th, Josh Clark in 35th, and David Westergreen in 36th. And then I'm kind of having a little bit of a hard time here making out the last of it. Oh, there it is. Frank Fody in 37th, Jesse Racimas in 38th, Joey Bailey in 39th, and Gavin Hibbs in 40th, and to round out tonight's field in 41st, David Huckleberry.
Alrighty, and before we talk to our top 3, let's go ahead and give some shout outs to the folks that help us pay the bills around here, starting with Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pig crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. Don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. As well as the commercial for Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Since 2010, race fans have had one burning question. When will the Xfinity Series return to Worldwide Technology Raceway? You asked, NASCAR delivered. On Saturday, September 6, 2025, the magic is back. The track that launched the legendary careers of Harvick, Busch, Keselowski, Edwards, and Earnhardt Jr. is now ready to write that next chapter. We're going to introduce you to a new crop of future champions and Hall of Famers. And in the process, we'll create more of the greatest moments in racing history. NASCAR Weekend 2025, the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Playoffs, the Confluence Music Festival, and now 250 miles of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 2 incredible races, 1 challenging track, a 3-day party of epic proportions. Go to www.raceway.com and lock in your weekend racing and camping packages for as little as $20 down.
Alrighty, and we are back, and first things first, let's talk to our 3rd place finisher of Ryan Borges. Ryan, James up in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, that was a fantastic performance from you. First of all, we weren't quite sure up in the booth. Did you one-stop that race?
Yeah, I only made 1 stop, I think on lap 30, I believe. Yeah, but I one-stopped it.
Wow, that was an impressive show of strategy there. How were you able to save that much fuel? I think you and Daniel were probably the only 2 to really pull that off.
Yeah, I was just telling Ethan and Tyler, I really didn't do anything crazy. I just starting I think I started 5th or 6th or something like that, just riding behind guys. I just really was easy on the tires, and just every braking zone I'd go in, I'd just kind of coast it in, not let it over rev, and then coming out of the corners I'd just upshift early and use a fourth gear here and there wherever I could probably get away with the third gear where it'd be a little faster. Just doing that over the course of the run, it saved. I think I really only needed to save like about a lap each run.
Wow, yeah, your pace was fantastic. So we saw you right there with the lead battle there towards the end. Did you think you were gonna have opportunity to hold them off?
Problem was I was quicker than Daniel. I think he had to save more fuel, so I don't know if he was just slowing down more than me, but the problem was I couldn't really race. I was in like such a conundrum. I couldn't really race him too hard just because me trying to pass him and it didn't work out for a couple laps, and just racing him too hard to pull away, I'd just burned too much fuel. So I think if I would have been able to get around him a lot sooner, it would have been a lot closer, but it is what it is. I was kind of shocked it was that close in the end, but yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of Daniel Gore, you guys were around each other pretty much the entire race. Take us through that. Was that fun or was that infuriating?
I have no problems with Daniel, so it was fine. I felt bad actually because the last race at Indy we were both coming down pit road, and I didn't realize he was pitting in the stall in front of me, and I just hooked him into the pit stall. But so I was like scared he was mad at me still, but clearly he could have wrecked me a million times if he was mad or anything. So we were all good. It was fun racing him. I think, like I said, I think I was just a little bit quicker than him. I don't know if that was just him saving a little bit or what it was, but he was really good at just staying consistent and staying in front of me for the majority of the race. So kudos to him. It was fun.
Alrighty, well, Ryan, fantastic drive tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Just shout out to Shift Esports for letting me join the team and start running this league. This is only my what is this, the fourth race? This is my fourth race in the league, so finally had a solid run. The first three probably couldn't have gone any worse, so glad to finally crack a podium and hopefully be here multiple more times this season.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Ryan, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
For sure. Thank you.
Alright, and now time to flip it to Zach for our second place interview.
Hey, this is Zach in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'd say you had an amazing night tonight. You were leading most of it. What are your thoughts on tonight's race and how it went for you?
Yeah, I was happy to see Aaron and Stanley start from the back because they were going to easily class the field. So that made it pretty interesting. Yeah, I felt like I had decent pace. Was running with Chad there a little at the start, and then he lost it, and I was basically just keeping an eye on Stanley at that point the whole second half of the race, watching the gaps. I knew it was a matter of just when he was going to get to me. Yeah, I was going through the final couple pit stops there. The last one I almost sped, and I kind of had to overslow it and give up some more time there. But that and just getting through some of the lappers. Ultimately, he got to me a little earlier than I was hoping. I was kind of hoping if he got there in the last 4 or 5 laps, might be able to fight it off a little more. But he got there with like 10 to go, and had a little battle for a lap or two there, and then that was pretty much it. Just had to kind of concede that and just get the points.
I'd say it was some amazing battling between you two. You were defending really hard. We noticed a couple of times you got loose. Did you think he was just absolutely gonna blow by you there, or kind of what was your thoughts as that battle was going on?
Yeah, I knew. Well, he had undercut the first pit cycle, so that whole second run we were kind of matching speed just because I had a little better tire. But he kind of held off and pit with me on the last run, and on equal tires, I knew I was going to be lacking a few tenths pretty much every lap. So I was pushing it more than I really had the whole race, and yeah, I was getting it upset a little bit and just trying to defend hard. And yeah, just a little too many laps there to go in the end.
I'd say you did an amazing job there, especially against, as we were watching, Ethan Stanley and then Chad Frankenfield towards the beginning of the race. Was it nerve-wracking watching that gap go from 5 seconds down to 4 to 3 to 2 to right behind you?
Yeah, there was a few corners where it would kind of stabilize, and there was a couple corners pretty much every lap we'd go through. He'd knock a tenth off, and between that and just trying to get through some of the lap cars, yeah, it had me sweating there, and I was trying everything I could, but just a little bit too many laps there at the end.
So, well, so it's been nice talking to you here in the booth. I hope we can hear you from you again. But before we let you go, is there any sponsors, anybody you'd like to shout out, friends, family, just anybody?
Yeah, John Cutlip with JD Designs for painting my scheme. Lake Norman Motorsports. All the guys running tonight. It's pretty good. Pretty good time. This car's pretty fun on the road courses. It's a shame we only got one this season, but yeah, it's fun stuff. Look forward to coming back and running the rest of this season out, and hopefully talking with you guys in the future.
Absolutely. I hope to hear from you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Alrighty, that was our second place finisher there, Tyler Fody. Now we're talking to our race winner. I'm going to give it over to James.
Alrighty, Ethan Stanley, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
I don't even know where to begin. That was an unbelievable drive from you. You know, starting last at any race is difficult, let alone last in a 40-plus car field at the Glen and bringing it to victory lane. First of all, I just take us through those opening laps and all the positions you were able to make up.
Oh yeah, just had to start at the back. Passed a lot of guys that were a little bit slower, but just you get a whole lot of checkups that first and second lap, so I knew I had to take advantage of it. I think I made like 20 spots in the first 5 or so, and yeah, I was pretty happy where I was, and just passing cars about one by one, and then yeah, I was able to get the third by the end of the first stint, so I put myself in a pretty good position.
Yeah, and take us through that closing battle with Fody. Like, that was like it reminded me of some of the classic duels we've seen here from like Ambrose and Keselowski and etc. Was it as fun from your seat as it was from us?
Oh yeah, that was a pretty fun battle. I always enjoy having these road course battles with Tyler. Me and him race pretty well together, pretty clean. So yeah, that was pretty fun once I caught up to him. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but that final stop, I guess there was a mistake by him, so it closed in. And yeah, I was able to get it done. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, and you already answered this a little bit, but you know, at what point tonight did you think, oh wow, I think I might actually win this race anyways?
I'd say after the second stint. I knew I'd be close after the first stop, but I just wasn't quite there yet. But I think Tyler had like a lockup going into pit road and had to really slow down. So I gained a lot of time there. And when I came out of the pits, I knew I had a chance because I was right behind him on the track. And I knew I had a little bit more pace, like maybe a tenth a lap.
And I just gotta congratulate you, because I picked you to win, and not even the curse that is my pick to win can keep your skill on a road course from shining through and winning. So a fantastic job. And any sponsors, plugs, and shoutouts you like to give?
Yeah, of course. Big shout out to Racecraft Academy, a new team for this season. Had a pretty rough start to this season so far, but I'm starting to bring it back. Great team over there. It's Paul Mikolajic and Gavin Higgins on the team for this series. And then big shout out to JD Designs for painting all these cars, of course. Big shout out to Next Level Racing and Apex Gaming PCs as well for being the sponsor of the team. And big shout out to you guys, of course. I love watching these races back.
Alrighty, Ethan, we appreciate you, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Alrighty, well, that was a fantastic night of turning left and turning right. Zach, what are your final thoughts on tonight's race?
I agree with you. I think tonight's race was kind of the best for tonight. The Glen is always such an amazing venue to race at, especially with these cars. And congrats, James, on your race winner with Ethan Stanley there. I'd say, but no, tonight's race was awesome. The fight between Tyler Foti there and Ethan Stanley, watching Daniel Gore and Ryan Borges kind of battle it out all night, kind of tied it all together and made it a good night. I'd say. What are your thoughts on tonight's race, James?
Yeah, road courses can always be a bit of a mixed bag, but this was absolutely the opposite of a mixed bag. That was a blast to watch all night. There was always something interesting and something crazy going on. A fantastic job from everyone, fantastic show from everyone, and yeah, I can't wait to see what we get next week. But go on, Zach.
I was gonna say I can't wait either. I would say, especially after tonight's race, we'll have to wait and see how everybody does going back to turning left.
All right, and for my broadcast partner, Zach, Imel, and Carlos Acosta, I am James Watson, bidding you adieu for tonight, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.